The missionaries like the chapter of Isaiah 53. It speaks about a suffering servant who seems to be suffering for the sins of others. And they argue that this is the proof that Jesus of Nazareth is the Messiah. The Jewish people counter, and they say, no, Isaiah 53 is talking about the people of Israel. Now, the missionaries searched the libraries of Jewish texts, of rabbinic literature, and they found that there are references in rabbinic literature, there are interpretations which would tell us that Isaiah 53 is talking about the Messiah. And missionaries like to present it to the world as if the ancient community of Jewish people, the ancient rabbis, the ancient scholars, all believed that Isaiah 53 is talking about the Messiah. It's only modern Jewish scholars or counter-missionary activists that would have you believe that it's talking about the people of Israel. And the missionary would have us believe that it is they, the people who believe that Isaiah 53 are talking about the Messiah himself, it is they who are loyal to the Jewish interpretation, and the interpretation that is presented today by modern Jewish interpreters, by modern Jewish counter-missionary activists, is just an interpretation born out of desperation. It's just born out of the need, quote-unquote, to reject Jesus. Now, the facts are not as the missionary would have you believe. If we search the ancient rabbinic literature, we will see that many of the ancient rabbis spoke about the people of Israel in the context of Isaiah 53. They saw the suffering servant of Isaiah 53 as the people of Israel. Not only did they see that did the ancient rabbis see that Isaiah 53 is talking about the people of Israel, but you will find some modern rabbis who speak about Isaiah 53 and as a reference to the Messiah, speaking about the Messiah. It's not divided along the lines ancient, modern, ancient being Messianic interpretation, modern being national interpretation. Rather, it is divided along the lines of pshat and medrash. Now let me explain what I mean when I say pshat and medrash. Pshat is the simple, literal, contextual meaning of the verse of the passage. The simple contextual meaning of the passage is that the suffering servant of Isaiah 53 is the people of Israel. This passage appears amongst a whole bunch of passages which are comforting the people, telling them that their suffering has not been in vain, and they will ultimately be exalted as God's bride, God's partner in this eternal relationship between the people of Israel and the Creator of heaven and earth. Medrash is a symbolic interpretation, an interpretation which sees symbolism, allegory, and on that level we understand that Isaiah 53 does not have to be talking about the people of Israel. It could be talking about the Messiah. In a certain sense, we see that what the Messiah is supposed to accomplish on a personal level, the people of Israel accomplish in a broader sense on a national level. So yes, people who focus on Medrash today in the modern age, Jewish interpreters, Jewish rabbis, will tell you Isaiah 53 might be talking about the Messiah on this midrashic, on this symbolic level. And the ancient interpreters who are speaking on the level of pshat, on the level of literal contextual interpretation, will tell you Isaiah 53 is talking about the people of Israel. It so happens to be that the ancient spent more of their time focused on midrashic interpretation. It is my understanding that the simple and the contextual interpretation was something that everyone understood and didn't need to be spoken about so much back 1,000 years ago, 1,500 years ago. And in our day and age, where people are not so familiar with Hebrew, people are not so familiar with the context, the stress and the focus and the emphasis of the interpreters are on the literal contextual meaning, and that's why we have more of an emphasis on the national interpretation of Isaiah 53 in the modern rabbinic literature. But again, both interpretations are alive and well in the Jewish community today. We would tell you the simple, literal, contextual interpretation of Isaiah 53 is that this servant is the people of Israel, and on a symbolic level, it refers to the Messiah, it refers to Moses, it refers to Jeremiah the prophet, and to many others.